Boss. Sorry, sir. Sorry.
Hello everyone. So yeah, that's the video that started everything. Sometimes, people just buy trouble and market for themselves. Issues that are non-issues, people make it an issue on themselves. You know when they talk about the weapon fashioned against someone, leave the devil out of it. It is people that fashion their own weapon against themselves. Because the whole of this matter, I don't see anything that warranted Pastor Paul Adefarasin to even wind down his glasses. Talk less of pointing something at someone that looked like a gun. He said it's not a gun, it's this. Now he has had to, submit himself to police. Yes, police have put out a statement. They are doing investigation. As usual, they say, oh, nobody's above the law. Please, when they begin to tell you nobody's above the law, you know what that means. But at the end of the day, for me, I think this should be a learning moment for a lot of people. Don't be quick. For me, I always say this, if you want to fight somebody, you want to oppress somebody, don't look for someone that is below you. You see, that guy was literally, they say he's on I think a TikToker who just, what he does is that he stands by the road and just films, fancy cars. So different people have different things they do. They call them, it's called content creation, right? For those who do content creation, they're looking for ways to keep people interested in their channels, coming back and all of that. And so there are so many different things that people do. And this one apparently stands by the road and just film different luxury cars that are going on. At the moment that Pastor Paul Adefarasin won down his car glass, nobody knew who was in the car. Even this guy probably thought that he was going to give him something because he went boss, that before he started saying sorry when he saw, pointed. At that moment, he's not going to think, is it a gun, is it not a gun, whatever it is. It's something, it looks like a gun, you have to think of it like a gun. Now, that particular thing that he carried, the police has come out to say that it's a stun gun. It's not a bullet gun, but it's a stun gun, and it's illegal to even carry it, in Nigeria. All that English, big grammar English, all that for the way it take in now. What you literally could have avoided. There was no need for this. Why are you opening? Why are you threatening? Why do you want to threaten someone that you are more than? The fact that you are in this speaker, the guy is by the road, he doesn't even have a car. Probably at that moment there is no car. It's even the sun beating. That's why I tell people, the fact that the sun is beating that person, you should have some sort of empathy for that person. If you want to fight, want to carry this thing, look for somebody bigger than you. Fight that person. Not that you be fighting someone that you already more than or trying to. What was that thing? When they say the spirit of error, has latched onto someone. That is what you see there. Then there's another case here, say pointing a stun gun at another individual and instilling fear in that person at that moment constitutes an offense. It actually is an offense, even if it's a toy gun. As long as, for example, like when they're doing armed robbery, I don't know whether the Nigerian law in itself, like I say, in the US or whatever, it doesn't matter. The fact that it looked like a gun, somebody thought it was a gun, or it looked like an arm, and the person was afraid within that moment, that's it. That's that, because you intended for it to instill fear in someone, and it did instill fear in that particular person. So the Lagos State Commissioner of Police reacting to that trending video. I'm just gonna take a look at this.
Nothing is an offense under the law except what the law stated to be an offense. Even under the Firearms Act, if you fashion out anything that doesn't even look that is not metal, that like a wood, and make it to look like a gun, and you use that guises to take possession of property for another person, you have committed armed robbery. So by pointing out a stun gun to another individual, I'm sending that threat and fear to such a person at that particular time constitutes an offense. So, and the law stating the offense, like I said earlier, will say the procedure for which an offender should be treated and it should be passed through. So the police, we are not doing our things. We are doing everything in line with the law and in line of the extant provision of the Constitution creating the police force and the Police Act and other regulation that we are abiding with in carrying out our day-to-day activities. So the pastor is still under investigation, though he has been granted bail, but we'll continue the investigation and make the outcome of investigation public to all Nigerians to know.
Boss. Sorry, sir.
Okay. You heard that, right? So at the end of the day, what was really, the essence of all of that pointing stun gun, whatever it is, that he did pull out there. I don't know, to show you are big, to show you're powerful, to show you have those things. And in this day and era of camera, there are cameras everywhere. They will pick anything. It's not, if there was no camera that the boy had said so, it was just for him to come to the pulpit and say, oh no, he didn't do anything like that. I mean, many people would have gone after that guy and say, oh, he was lying, he wasn't saying the right thing and stuff like that. But there's video, there's evidence, of that. There is a particular statement that the police did put out. Let me just go and see if I can quickly grab that statement. I think I have that statement now. The Lagos Police Command says no one is above the law. Pastor Paul Adefarasin has turned himself in at the Lagos State Police Command headquarters, Ikeja, and is currently being interrogated by detectives who have commenced investigation on the case since a video surfaced online showing the pastor holding a gun-like object against another road user while driving an unregistered vehicle. The outcome of the investigation will be made public. This is one. And you say another thing, an unregistered, why even driving unregistered vehicle? It's tainted. I thought the last time even our police had said they were not going to allow anyone to use, tinted, what do you call this thing now? Tinted glasses. But you still see, some people try to do that. I'm just trying to see also some of the things. I think there was a statement he did, when that whole thing came out. Then the House on the Rock, they this was done yesterday, on Wednesday. They came out with a statement. They say, we are grateful to everyone who expressed concern following Pastor Adefarasin's voluntary attendance at the Lagos State Police Command on Tuesday, 17 June 2025. Pastor Paul was detained for several hours and released without charge. During that time, an official police tweet mislabeled his strobe-like stringer, also known as a stun gun, as prohibited anti-riot equipment. Leading Nigerian lawyers advise that this description is incorrect in law. Pastor Paul continues to cooperate fully with the police investigation and is confident that once the facts are revealed, he will be exonerated of the allegation arising from the viral video. We hold the police in high esteem and trust they will strive to act cautiously and professionally in the interest of all while upholding the laws of the land. Media Department, House of the Road. All these things would not have mattered if somebody had had the presence to just stay in your lane. The guy was there. Why are you threatening him? Why are you whining that? He probably didn't even know who was in the car. You must show your face. This is what our people call egbegia. Egbegia no ya. Egbegia. Make una dey calm down.